Hello, everyone. I'm sure you guys are noticing that things look a little bit different. I spent this morning, because now I have the time to do it, now that I've, fiddled with my schedule. I can now unjankify my stream. Do you guys notice how much nicer it is? So this is actually based on my gaming setup. I did a gaming overlay last month when I was playing a bit of Genshin Impact. But yeah, what do you guys think? Does it look good? What do you guys think? Oh no, I forgot to set it to low latency, guys. I'm sorry. So it's going to be a good 30-second delay between you and me. I do apologize. That is what I need to remember to do in the next stream. I need to remember to hit low latency because apparently it does not save it. Yay. Very clean, right? So you guys like it? So do you guys like the background? So the background is this. Wait, I'm wearing it. Okay. Well, I guess I'm repping my own merch right now. If you guys go to merch.justnottheflutist.com, you will be redirected to my spring page. And the design of the background is just this, but like repeated over and over again. And I figured that it actually makes quite a nice background. So yeah. All right, let's say our, oops, what am I doing here? Okay. Let's say our hellos, and then I wanted to tell you guys what we're doing today. So in the case that there happens to be someone here who has never been to my channel before, maybe you are watching this after the fact, but my name is Joanna. I'm a professional flutist. I'm most known for reviewing flutes for the Flute Center of New York. I'm a partner with them. But in my off time, my favorite hobby is video games. So very frequently, I will play around with video game tunes and stuff like that. And today, we will be live learning tunes from the game Chained Echoes. I love this game. It has just shot right up to probably my top 10 games that I've ever played. It is what's called a role-playing game. I know that a lot of you guys who are watching this may not be familiar with some like video game terms and stuff like that. So it's what's called an RPG, a role-playing game. Essentially, you are playing an epic. It's an epic story, and you are playing it, and when you encounter things to battle, I mean, it's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, basically. You know, like you'll have encounters, and you will... you take turns fighting and stuff like that. But when I played this game over Christmas, it felt like playing, like it was like on the level of Wagner's Ring Cycle. Like, you know, the things that happened are like very shocking, but like with tons of twists and turns. A lot of politics, you know, just very interesting and very, very cool, and constantly on the edge of my seat wondering what's going to happen next or what is really happening. So a lot of political intrigue, as well as some really wacky humor. Like that's what makes a really good RPG, is when the main story is absolutely intense and full of feeling and just, oh my gosh, it's so good. So having that along with the side quests that, you know, are optional, but they're good to do because you get some really good rewards, and also the stories are really good and it kind of fleshes out the world a little bit more. The side quests, it was the perfect balance of wacky side quests with really serious main quest. Very good. Now, I clocked in way more hours than anyone really should, but it's mostly because I'm not actually that good of a video gamer. I'm not actually that good of a gamer, but I just like it. It's a hobby. So I clocked in 73 hours in Chained Echoes in December. Yes, this game just came out in December. And I clocked 73 hours in this. I think I started in like mid-December, and I played it until I think I beat it, including beating all post-game stuff. Because there are, like, after you beat the main boss, there are things you could do after that. So that's called post-game. And so I did that and finished everything, I think, on New Year's Eve. So yeah, this was basically my life for 2 weeks straight, and it was amazing and wonderful and just, oh my gosh. And the music, guys, is what we're going to be live learning today. Because it is such a new game, I really wanted to make sure that the composer would be okay with me doing this, because I actually already wanted to do this a little while earlier. But and for those of you guys who have been following my live streams in December, you might have noticed me mentioning this, actually mentioning Chained Echoes. And so I actually kind of wanted to do it then, but I was like, no, I should, it's a very, very new game. And I just want to make sure the composer's okay with it. So I did message the composer. He gave me permission to do this. So that's cool. I currently don't see him in the chat yet, but he did say that if he has time that he can drop by. So yeah. And yeah, so, I have a little list of just a few tunes from the OST, the original soundtrack, that I wanted to figure out on the flute. I will say that I had to cheat a little bit and figure out a little bit of the main theme on the flute, because I was running some tests with this to make sure that the stream looked good. But yeah, this is the cover art. The game is mostly made by one guy, Matthias Linda. I do apologize if I butchered your name, Matthias. But yeah, he spent 7 years on this game, and the composer, Eddie, spent 4 years on the music. And it's so good, guys. So I'm very, very excited to share it with you guys. I do want to be also very transparent. When I messaged Eddie about this, he actually just straight up gave me the soundtrack. So like lossless quality, just, oh my gosh, amazing. So thank you very much, Eddie. But this isn't sponsored per se, but Eddie did give me the soundtrack for free. So I have pinned in the chat here a link to his Bandcamp where you can also buy it. It is not very expensive at all. So please, if you guys like what you hear, please go and buy it and support Eddie directly. All right. So yeah, I'm not even getting like paid a commission or anything like this. I don't need a commission from this. Okay. This is my hobby, and I'm just sharing it with you guys. And I would love for you guys that if you guys love this music too, please go and support Eddie and just buy his original soundtrack. You don't even need to play the game to enjoy this music. This music is just, it is beautiful. It is amazing. So yeah. Oh, Sean, you're right. I should actually share this wallpaper with the Discord. That's a really good idea. You know what? I'm going to forget to do it if I don't do it now. So I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to put it in general. Wait, do I have it open? I don't have it. I closed it and I didn't save. Okay. I need to make it again and then I'll share it with you guys. Does that sound good? Oy, oy, oy. Okay. Well, So I am admittedly a little bit nervous. I'm just going to straight up tell you guys I'm a little bit nervous. I didn't even realize what I had done until today. I was like, wait a second. I am live learning someone's music, and I invited them to come and watch me live learn their music. What am I doing? Like, what? Do I have no dignity and apparently no pride? Like, but yeah, I guess I'm doing that. Oh, well. It's just that I just want you guys to buy this music. That's really what it is. I just want to share it with you guys. And, for you guys to also hear just this beautiful music that you can listen to while playing games. Like, a lot of this music that you're about to hear is just you walking around somewhere, So like different towns, different areas have their own theme music. And this is the kind of beautiful music that you will hear. And there's a lot of flute. There's a lot of flute. I love it. Anyway. Okay. So I should probably catch up with the chat now. Don't overthink it. Just have fun. Okay, I will. Noted. I guess, Jane, you're right. I have been live learning other people's music for years. But, to have a live composer watch you learn their music, I'm like, why? Why did I think this was a good idea? Oh my gosh. GOT wins? Yes! Oh my god, you're here! Holy cow! Okay, everyone say hi to GOT wins in the chat. Hi! It's so nice to meet you! You sounded amazing in this soundtrack. Oh my god, there were several points where I just stopped walking around just to listen to you play. You play amazingly. You play amazing. Oh my gosh. Now I even have the original flutist who... What am I doing? I now have the original flutist who recorded it watching me. Dude, if you ever want to collab, I would be so down. It would be such an honor to collaborate with you. I don't have an alto flute. I am literally this close to buying an alto flute. But yeah, Eddie gave me the lossless, or I had the option to download the lossless version of the soundtrack. And my God, you sound really good. I can hear more of the articulation too in the lossless version. Dude, you love the alto flute so much. You're down? Yes, let's do it. Let's do something. Oh my gosh, it's so nice to meet you. I'd love to do something together. Absolutely. So I was saying earlier before you popped in that I'm a classical flutist. I'm a classical professional flutist. I'm more known for reviewing flutes with the Flute Center of New York. Playing video games is my hobby. And so, especially with just the quality of, music in video games these days, it's just an easy crossover, So I've been trying to bring more of this beautiful music to my classical community. So yay, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. Oh my gosh, thank you for coming. I am getting so nervous now. Oh, yeah, so that's you in the main theme. Yeah, and as you can see, those are sorry, I'm gesturing in the wrong direction, but those are the first two themes that I'm trying to learn. So I'm going to definitely hit wrong notes as I'm learning this. But, bear with me. I'll eventually get it. Okay. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Okay, Okay, wait. Before I begin, I do like to do my lightning hellos and say hello to everyone in the chat that I can possibly see. So, hello, Sean. Hello, Lilac Flute, Piper Maid, Mark Rose, Jacob. Hello, Tracy, Einstein, Jane, Julian. I'm assuming that is Julian or Eulian. GOT wins, of course. Hello and welcome. Warm welcome to you. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's all of us in here right now. Sweet. Excellent. You freaked out with excitement when Eddie wanted alto flute. Oh, can I ask you a question? Do you know if Eddie actually plays the flute? Because I noticed that, okay, this is going to be slight spoilers for you guys, but you can eventually, you build a home base of sorts in Chained Echoes, and you can recruit people to join in your home base. Now, one of the people that you can recruit into your home base is Eddie. You can recruit Eddie into your home base, and Eddie stands on a little stage and just asks you like what song you want him to play. And Eddie is a flutist. He's like you basically recruit him from a band that he doesn't want to be a part of anymore. But he's a flutist. Is Eddie a flutist? I did message Eddie, so Eddie might show up in here sometime. But yeah. Oh my gosh. The thing with alto flute, right, is that it has this like amazingly like warm, mellowy quality to it that you just can't do on like on a C flute. Like a C flute will always sound more I don't know how to describe it. It's like thinner but more pronounced, if that makes sense. But the alto flute just has this lovely like warm hot chocolate, like just kind of like foamy, frothy feel to it, you know? Is Eddie here? Eddie is here. You don't play the flute. Matthias decided to give you a flute and dog ears. See, I was wondering about the dog ears too. I was like, well, how come? Why the dog ears? Because, I mean, in the game, the idea is that humans, there's not just humans, right? It's like humanoids, right? Because then you can have like lizard folk, you can have like the water folk, the not Zoras, as I call them. Andrew Goodwin, thank you for joining. I see that you're a composer as well. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. Eddie, thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for writing this music. I mean, I just want to say, especially because I have the attention of a video game composer, I just want to say thank you so much for featuring the flute and writing for the flute in such a beautiful, organic way. Okay, let me tell you, it's been too long that the flute often, when written, like when there's a part that's written for the flute, for a long time, I have personally noticed that a lot of times people just want the flute to sound like, like an airy violin, basically. And when you play it, it feels awkward to play on the flute. But what I've noticed about video game music, especially now, like within the last 10 years, basically, well, like last 5 to 10 years, something like that, I have noticed that the tunes that are written for the flute, especially for video game music, it just feels organic. It sounds good. Like it actually uses the timbre of our instrument the correct way. I don't know how to describe what that correct way is, but it just feels right. You know, like for a person playing it. So it's kind of like if you were to try and play like a violin, something that's written for the violin, like a tune, a video game tune that's written for the violin. If you play it on the flute, it just doesn't sound grounded enough, you know? But on the flip side, if you play something that's originally for the flute on an instrument that is you know, has like strings, or like for piano, like it has strings, and like something percussive, you know, like something to lean on. It often sounds a little too grounded, because like the flute's timbre is very, you know, airy and amorphous. And so when you write music that works with that kind of amorphous sound, it just makes me happy. So thank you. Thank you so much. Wait, the special effects dog? The dog that's next to you on the stage in the home base is your actual dog? Really? And also, hello, Eddie's wife. How are you? Oh my gosh. You've been here since the beginning. Oh, Eddie, you've been quiet. I see. Yeah, no idea on the dog ears. Well, maybe one day we can get Matthias in here too and ask him why the dog ears. I feel like I have superstars in my chat. I don't know what to think. Okay. Let's get into it, okay? Let's get into it. So I think what I'll first do is let's play some of the music for you guys to hear, because I know that quite a few of us, with the exception of literally Eddie and GOT, what is your name again? I remember I looked you up. What is your name again? Wait, I think you're listed on Eddie's Bandcamp. Let me look at the Bandcamp. Gregory, right? So with the exception of Greg, do you go by Gregory? There. Do you go by Greg or Gregory or something like that? So with the exception of Eddie and Gregory, I don't think a lot of you guys have even heard this music. It is very new. Like literally this game came out last month, okay? And I finished it because I'm a nerd, all right? So let's listen to the entire main theme together, and then I will give it a shot. Gregory is good? Fantastic. Oh, GOT Wins is an acronym for Gamer of the Wins. I like it. That is a good name. Man, I kind of wish that I had a better like music handle. Cause my gamer handle is Cadenza. So a bunch of my gamer friends like kind of half call me Joe, half call me Cadenza, which is fun. It's actually really fun to kind of like have that gamer handle. But yeah, Just Another Flutist was because I had extreme imposter syndrome. You could say that I still have extreme imposter syndrome. And I thought that it would be absolutely hilarious to make my actual business name Just Another Flutist, which is it. It is. So my actual business name is Just Another Flutist. And I just thought it would be hilarious to sign contracts with the name Just Another Flutist on the contract. You know, like it just looks really funny and hilarious. Not that I could share it with anyone because, you know, you can't ever share contracts, but like it's funny. You know, yeah. So Julian is asking how you can learn playing at the flute better because you have visual impairments. Well, you're about to watch me do things by ear. So like if you practice your scales by ear, by memory and stuff like that, that will really, really help you. So, okay, let's give it a listen, guys. I have this going here. It's really good. It's really good. Okay, you guys ready? Let's turn on the speakers so you guys can hear it. All right. Without further ado, the main theme from Chained Echoes. I mean, the main theme starts with the flute. I mean, like, you know, okay? When I heard this, I was like, yes, this is another game with a lot of flute. Oh, I love it. By the way, something I noticed that I really appreciated about just the soundtrack in general was the use of odd meters. So I don't know if you guys heard the da 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 da. Oh, mwah, beautiful! I love it. So it just like makes it just enough off kilter that it builds that tension, and it just okay, guys, do you understand why I like video game music? Like, this is, you open the game to play, and like, this is what you hear. Like, you know? Hello, Michael. Need more alto, right? Always need more alto. I am like this close to buying an alto. Like, I am so sad that I don't own an alto right now because I want to cover that with an alto flute. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I'm now going to switch over to my flute microphones. So, for those of you guys who are wondering, I do have 3 microphones behind the camera. I just noticed that this is the most like in real life capture of how I sound in this room that I can set up. So It's definitely way boomier in terms of my talking voice, but on the flute, it's going to sound way better. So this is the setup that I use to review flutes, and then that way I can go between talking and reviewing flutes, and also practicing too. I practice a lot on here. So yeah, it was greatness. See? You guys see? Oh my gosh. I'm like shaking from how just gorgeous and beautiful it is. Okay, so what we're gonna do is there's gonna be a lot of stop and go for the next bit. So I'm gonna be listening to Gregory playing this. And then I'll listen one phrase, try it out a few times, try another phrase, etc. So here we go. I'm gonna skip to when he starts. Okay, that was one phrase already. Did I get the end right? I always start correct, and then I like make up the rest. Okay. So what was really interesting about this, by the way? So I don't know if you guys know, but I noticed that in like the MP3 or like the essentially the compressed version of the beautiful music here, it actually compressed some of the articulation. So I thought that first dee-da, I thought that was held all the way through into the fourth beat. But once Eddie got me the lossless version, I noticed that it's actually articulated there. So it's da-da, da-da, da-da-da, ba-da-da, da-da. Okay. Now I cheated, guys, okay? I know what the first note is. Okay, so let's stand. I have better tone when I stand. Oh yeah, also this is a sit-stand desk. All right, here you go. Okay, we're gonna practice it. Oh, okay. Okay. Again. Practicing. Okay, again. Okay, so I mentioned to Eddie, okay, fine, I'll use my talking microphone. I mentioned to Eddie over email that this theme is actually really good for testing flutes because it crosses the break really nicely. So you go from that A to that E, and to get that even is a really good test, just to see what you have to do with your mouth for that specific flute. So I am going to use this this particular melody once I've learned it. I think I'm going to use it to test flutes in the future. Yeah. Brian David, hello and welcome. Lin Huang, welcome. So you guys are asking what kind of mic I use for my flute. So it's a Rode NT1, about 2-ish, 3-ish, 2.5-ish, 3 feet away from me. And then I have a matched pair Rode M5s that are approximately 4 to 5 feet away from me. And together that captures a bit of the up close sound, but it also records the room sound, which is kind of where the charm of an acoustic live flute comes from. So if you were to record like using this, the sound is going to be a lot more one-dimensional. It's not going to have the that ring, which is what a flute is good at. It will not actually capture the ring. So I'll try for you guys right now. Like if I were to use this microphone. I need to re-articulate that. Okay, keep in mind, I don't actually know how it sounds to you guys, but I'll check it afterwards. So with my other microphones, now, if this was like a special, like actual recording setup, it would be a lot more professional than this. But this is my home studio setup that is perfect for reviewing flutes for people, because I want to capture the in real life sound that people would hear if they were playing the flute in a room about this size live. So I'm mostly reviewing flutes for people who are, wanting to play live. So hence I'm trying to get a setup that would replicate that as much as possible. Oh, thank you, Gregory. Thank you, Eddie. Yes, a Blue Yeti is surprisingly good for a flute. I do agree. I had a student who used a Blue Yeti for our online lessons. Wow. I was very, very surprised. Oh, you upgraded to the Shure SM81. Beauty. Beautiful. Beautiful. I recently upgraded to this for my talking microphone because one, I couldn't pass up a good deal on eBay. And two, I just really like the sound of people talking on this microphone. Like it's used for all podcasts and stuff like that, the Shure SM7B with the cloud lifter. Yeah. Lynn, are you getting ear training PTSD? Okay, to be fair, the way that I did it is actually more or less the proper way to do it, which is to, I'm trying to get the general beat of it. Right, so I know that it's in 4/4 because I can tell from how it flows that it's in 4/4. And then, I'm singing it because my ear is actually terrible. I know. I apparently have no sense of pride or shame anymore. If you had told me 10 years ago that I would be learning something by ear in front of the composer and the flutist who recorded a particular piece of music, I would be like, you're insane and crazy. I would never do that. But, people change, I guess. So, in terms of like dictation, you're supposed to first kind of feel out the rhythm and thus feel out the meter. So you feel out the meter, and then you sing it, especially if your ear is really bad. If you sing it, it allows you to kind of feel how high and how low you're going. So I actually technically do things by ear, by feel, because my ear is so bad. My husband's ears are so much better than mine. If I don't actually try and do like the correct dictation, way of learning by ear, I will absolutely fall flat on my face. I will do things like change the key halfway through the phrase. I will apparently completely make up rhythms and make up the second half of the phrase. And my husband is always like, ah, because he has a much better ear than me. Like, naturally, he has a much better ear, and he's not even a professional musician. He took me, by the way. I think Eddie and Gregory will really love hearing this story. So my husband is a gamer as well. He also beat Chained Echoes. He only had to spend like 60 hours to 100% the thing. I spent 70. So yeah, he's much better than I am. But yeah, so when we first started dating, he was like, oh man, great. Like, I'm dating a musician, like professional musician. And she likes games too. So we're going to go to, whatchamacallit, the arcade. We're going to go to the arcade and we're going to play music, like rhythm games, Like, he's like so excited for this because he's actually really good at rhythm games too. So anyway, we go to this, like, it's a fantastic arcade in Seattle. And he takes me in there and I immediately fail. And he didn't tell me this right then, but like a few months later when we were like officially dating and everything, he was like, I wondered to myself, but I thought she was a professional musician. But the thing is, okay, here's the thing, is that music games, like, rhythm games are very different from like sheet music, because sheet music is stationary. Rhythm games are constantly moving. And not only that, is it like rhythm games are essentially an entirely different notation. And so I just wasn't used to it. And also at that point, I was not using my ear very well at all. So, it's been a long time since then, so I've gotten a lot better at rhythm games since then. We do on the regular play Beat Saber, so I've gotten better. At one point I held the high score for a few, like one of our songs, and then of course John, my husband, beat me. But yeah. So just because you're a professional musician, it doesn't mean that you necessarily can do all of this like naturally. So, I mean, what I'm demonstrating today has all been taught to me. This is what I did in my remedial ear training course in my master's. Yes, that's right. I completely failed the ear training entrance exam for my master's. So I ended up taking a semester in ear training, but it was the best thing for my ear. I'm so glad I failed, because if I did not take that remedial course, yeah, I think I would not be able to do what I'm doing today. So thanks, Sean, for being here. You the best. Thank you. But yeah. Anyway, let me just see what if I missed anything. Okay. I don't think I missed too much. Okay. We got to move on to the next phrase. Like, I've been streaming for so long and I only did one phrase. Okay, we keep going. Oh, that's quite a bit longer than I had thought it was. gonna sing it a few more times. I need my starting pitch. Okay, did I get that right? I'm gonna check. Oh, I will also add that for people who are watching me, like watching how I'm doing this, one other really helpful thing to keep in mind is, this is going to sound like a complete nerd, but melodic and harmonic theory. So if you understand the purpose of certain scale degrees, what purpose they serve, for example, like why is the tonic important? Why is the dominant important? What the leading tone does, et cetera, et cetera. So if you know melodic theory and you combine it with a bit of harmonic theory, which is like harmonic progressions, what chords tend to come, you know, after or before another, where do they lead and stuff like that. So if you have really good theory underneath you, you will be able to figure out these tunes a lot more easily, because you can almost somewhat predict which scale degree or what chord it's going to go to. You can kind of feel where it goes. So that's another way that you can help your ear out if you are like me and your ear is really terrible naturally. So I use a lot of melodic theory to predict where the next notes are going to go. But when music doesn't go with my expectation, that is actually when I find it interesting. So whenever the music goes into a direction that absolutely, just kind of veers off from whatever you expect, and especially if the music kind of like creates an expectation and then dashes it and does something else, I personally find that really, really interesting. And this happens a lot in Baroque music. It's one of the reasons why I love Baroque music, is because it's always sort of setting up a pattern and then dashing it and like interrupting it with another line. So anyway, just some more nerdy things for you guys to think about, so you guys know what I'm doing. Anyway, we're going to give it another listen and another singing along, and then we will play it on the flute. Okay, try it. Okay, so I'm gonna listen to these two phrases just to make sure I don't start making stuff up and then sing it and then play. I'm gonna sing along with Gregory playing. Okay, I need to check how long the middle bit was. Okay, so it's only one bar. Okay. So what I need to remember is in the first phrase, I need to return to the A. So would I be correct in saying that this is in A natural minor? Because it has that lovely modal sound to it, you know? Because I think A is the tonic, I'm guessing. Oh, thank you, Eddie. Oh my God. Thank you. Oh. You know. Oh, Gregory, you studied baroque flute. Is this a thing? I feel like this is a thing because I love baroque flute. I got to play baroque flute for a year in my bachelor's. Oh my gosh. The instrument basically plays itself. You notice that? Like when you play baroque music on a baroque flute, you don't have to do anything like special to how you play. You just like, and it just plays itself. Like the nuances, the style, it just happens on a baroque flute. Oh, that would explain that. That would explain that. Sounds like it to you, Lilac? A natural minor, right? I think it's A natural minor. I love it. That modal sound. It's okay. Next phrase. Let's listen to the next phrase. So return of the first. Yeah, so a little variation. Okay. We'll stop right after that little variation. So now we're gonna sing and play, sing along while listening to it. I'm just now going to listen, just the recording on its own, just to check articulation. Okay. Because sometimes when you're singing along while listening to it, like your own voice kind of like covers up what it is. So definitely if you guys are trying something like this, to check back and forth between singing with it and then listening to it. Okay, let's play it. I love that whole tone, leading tone. That whole tone just gives it that lovely modal sound. Into G major chord right there. So interesting in A minor. Like A, well, I guess it's natural minor, so it would be a G major chord in there. But like having that like major leading tone chord brightens up the whole thing. Hence the swell. Oh, oh, so good. Okay, I think we know it. Were your music studies all over the place? I mean, you know, aren't all of our music studies all over the place? Studied Baroque flute music on regular flute for your first 2 years in school. Oh, have you tried though? Have you ever tried a Baroque flute? Because you should. Because if you love Baroque music on, like, you know, the modern C flute, you'll love it even more on a Baroque flute. Like, you know, because the other thing too is that the tuning of it is really low, right? It's really mellow. So, because Baroque tuning is like A415. So, if you play Baroque music at A equals 415 hertz, it's beautiful. It's mellow. It's chill. It just sounds right. Like, clearly that music was written for that tuning, you know? And so if you play it on a Baroque flute, that is tuned to A equals 415. Like, if you like Baroque music on the C flute already, you will just love it. You will love it on a Baroque flute. Yeah. Right? You've played a Baroque flute. I was really, really sad to give it back to the school. I was so sad. I couldn't keep it. And then I don't play Baroque flute enough to justify buying one for myself. Yeah, see, you plan on getting one for yourself too, hopefully. I think if I were to get one for me, I just don't play it often enough to warrant getting a wooden one. I would probably get a resin one, I think. Probably. Yeah. Oh no, Lynn! On your freshman jury, you played a Baroque piece and a professor told you sounded like a French flutist trying to play a Baroque piece. I'm so sorry! Okay. Now, to be fair though, our modern C flute was truly pretty much built to play romantic music. So you'll notice that playing romantic style music on the C flute, the metal C flute, it just kind of works. Like it works in the same way that if you're to play Baroque music with a Baroque flute, it just works, you know, like it's just organic. It just happens, you know? The best way, it's not very accessible, but the best way to learn how to play Baroque music on the modern C flute is to have played it before on a Baroque flute so that you understand the nuances that you need to essentially manually play with. And then manually make those sounds on the C flute. So, for example, if we were to get, my favorite is the Bach B minor sonata. Bach B minor sonata flute. Flute Tunes has a really good clean version of it. Yeah, so if I were to play the we're gonna detour a little bit. Hope you guys don't mind. But if we were to play the beginning of the Bach B minor sonata, just the way that this flute wants to play it. Like that just sounds like a truck just mowing their way through a flower field, okay? On a Baroque flute, it would sound closer, not exactly, but closer to something like a... But I'm doing all of that manually, you know? Like with my mouth, with no endings, with like, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So if you don't have access to a Baroque flute, one of the best ways to do it is to listen to a lot of period orchestras. So like St. Martin in the Fields, Taffel music, etc. So if you listen to period orchestras playing Baroque music and you just kind of get that sound in your ear, then you will naturally mimic that sound when you play on a modern flute. So anyway, detour done. We should go back to Chained Echoes. Yours was through your school too. I know. I was so sad to give it up. I was also, because I also did Chinese flute, so the dizi. And I had to give that back to the school too. But one of my students actually bought me one. I'm pointing here because it's somewhere here. They bought me one, so I have a dizi now, which is really great. Yeah. Lilac, you played a Baroque flute once and it was heavenly. Yeah, you know it. Everyone who loves Baroque music, if they try a Baroque flute, I mean, there's me, there's Gregory, there's Lilac in here. Like you know it. You fall in love. Like yeah. Yeah. Oh, it was... Wait, so you did a lot of Baroque music on the regular flute to fulfill some scholarship. Oh, very good. I hope you got the scholarship. You got it? Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. All right. I am realizing that I really need to go to the bathroom. So give me a second. I will be right back. I hope you guys like my new like waiting room music. There are two tracks from the Genshin Impact Sumeru region, and so enjoy. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. Hey, Welcome, welcome. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to chained echoes. Let's see. So we're now going to do the phrase after the big swell. Let's give this a go. The meter change is so good. Oh, now that I'm actually like conducting to it, now I realize it's 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. Oh, wow. Oh, beautiful. I love it. I love it. Okay, so one more time. Listen to it. Wrong microphone. Okay. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, okay, 3 of them. Yeah. Okay. Do I take it up an octave? If I wanted to, but I think you did take it up an octave, didn't you? I think you did. Yeah, it sounded more like a C flute at that point. Ah, haha, I was right. Okay, okay. All right. So. flip up to the high G. And an E, which is very resistant on the flute. Getting that smooth too. Can we do the whole thing? You know what? Okay, I'm not going to trust my memory. I'm going to sing through the whole, like, listen to the whole thing, sing through the whole thing, and then I'll do it. Love that meter change. That meter change is just so good. One mistake. Not bad. Okay, so I'm going to go back and review the one part that I made the mistake. Oh, Prophecy from Secret of Mana. So I actually haven't played Secret of Mana. I played Trials of Mana with my husband a few years back. Oh, thank you, Eddie. Thank you, thank you. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's so insanely beautiful. We're gonna play it one more time, and then there's actually something I want to try. Because I don't have a wooden flute, but I have been curious to know how this would would sound. I have a plastic flute. I kind of want to hear how it would sound. So. Okay, back. Thank you, guys. Oh, I've motivated you to go practice, Lynn. Do it up. Do it up. Practicing can be fun if you're not always slaving away. You gotta do things that give you joy. And this gives me joy. Okay, we're gonna try it. Okay, so this was a gift to me by one of my mods, who is unfortunately not here right now. But this is a plastic flute, and it weirdly actually has quite a nice like timbre to it. So like if I want to kind of fake the wooden sound, you can do it with a plastic flute. So this is the Nouveau plastic. It is meant for children. Okay. So I do love doing this, which most of you guys find quite horrifying, but it is really fun to just sort of like knock this around on hard on hard surfaces, and like nothing happens to it. It's fantastic. Please fit. There we go. So this guy you can do here. And nothing happens to it. It's fantastic. Okay, I just kind of want to hear how it sounds on this. Just to see if I can get that kind of like swooshy timbre. Okay. Okay. Tuning leaves something to be desired because okay, but I do like that timbre. Okay, we're gonna roll this out. We're gonna roll this out. part go? Okay. Highest register on this is not that great. Okay, the first part, like on the alto flute part, I can get a bit of that swooshy sound in here. Okay, so I brought it down an octave. So I guess this is my fake alto flute for now. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely have more of the wooden sound on this guy. So I agree. You get more of this swooshy sound though. You know that like swooshy alto flute sound? I can somewhat get it on this one, but it's never going to be as good as on an actual alto flute. Goes into the low register, into the high register. It's so good. Oh, thank you, Jane. Thank you. Lilac, you are prepping for grad school auditions. All the best. All the best. Wow. Fantastic. I'm just going to give you a piece of free advice here, okay? This is completely unsolicited advice, all right? But treat your grad audition as you auditing them. Okay? Reverse that power dynamic, all right? You are the one seeing if the school is right for you. I did that in my second master's audition, and I passed it with flying colors. Montreal or Montlegre. Yes, it's plastic. This is plastic. Here, I'll show you guys. No, oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. So this is plastic. This is actually for for kids to play. But I've always thought it looked cool. And then one of my mods here, one of my chat mods, Majimon Kichi, gifted this to me one year. So I have it on hand. It's actually really fantastic. This is my dream toy that I like. Child me would love this. And then, yeah, this one is my normal flute. So there you go. All right. So you're looking, were you looking at this as a first flute? Yeah. Yeah, get it. It's like, I think it's like $200, something like that. Like the black one is $200. So the white one I think is like is a bit cheaper. But yeah, get it for a first flute. Um, I do recommend. Yeah. I got it, Eddie. I love it. Okay, so that is the flute part in the main theme. I see that I'm running out of time, but I'm going to, at the very least, listen to Roland Fields, because for Roland Fields is an area in Chained Echoes. It's the first area that it's like for exploration, where the game really encourages you to explore. Is Roland Fields is the first area where you can like look around for treasure chests and stuff like that. Cannot even tell you how happy I was to hear alto flute in this. So let's give it a listen, and then, I don't know, we'll see how much I have time to do. So Roland Fields, where are you? There you are. Wait. Are you telling me that this whole time Roland Fields has been the main theme, but like jazzified? Is that what's happening? How come I didn't recognize that? Why did I never notice that Roland Fields is actually the main theme, but jazzified? Yo, you did a good job disguising it. Okay. Wait. Okay. Okay. Did I get it? One more time. at the very least, like, just so you guys know why, for those of you guys who don't know why I got this one so fast but the other one so slow, is because this is literally a variation of the other one. Like, it follows the exact same melodic contour and outline. Yeah, I got it. Upper register of the alto. Do you know what track this is? Because I think I know what you mean. Because I heard it and I was like, that is not a C flute. That's an alto flute. 100%. Big success. Thank you. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Gregory. Oh. Do you know what track that is? Let's see. There was another, as you can see, there are a few other tunes that I wanted to try out as well. The Peaceful Place is, I believe, the home base theme, right? So we'll do that, and I'll see if you know. I'll keep an eye on the chat and see if you know which track that is. 'Cause, you know, with the upper register of the alto flute. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I cannot tell what instrument that is. There's a part of my brain that's like, that's the flute. I can hear some fluty business in there. But then the other part of me is like, nah, English horn. Kind of like almost has an English horn reedy sound to it, you know? It really gives you the feeling of coming home, you know? Track 35. Oh, okay. Wait. I need to see. I'm going to go to music. Track 35 is A Promise Made Long, Long Ago. Okay, let's listen to that one. This is in Shambhala, right? Yes, I remember this. Oh, I remember this. Oh, right, Eddie. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah, Eddie did write it there. Promise me long, long ago. Brian, not only is Eddie the composer, GOT Wins here is the flutist playing this that you're hearing. Very reminiscent of Chrono Trigger here, to me. Like, dang. Oh, okay. Wait, I want to hear when the flute comes in again. Sorry, buffering. Oh, this is not in Shambhala. No, I know where this is from. But I should not spoil it. Okay. Well, I want to learn a little bit of this right now. It sounds so good on alto. So I think I will stop learning it around there. So now let's go phrase by phrase. So one bar rest. Perfect. That's one phrase. Okay, so it doesn't resolve, which is really nice. My brain always wants to resolve it. Like I want to go, banana, you know? But no. That's where the tension comes in, is that you don't resolve it. Okay. Now the tricky part is figuring out starting note and key. Okay, so D. Okay. Was that it? So are we in D Phrygian? It would make sense if it's a mode because it's a promise made long, long ago, right? Am I just making crap up right now, Eddie? Yeah, I imagine you doing this, Greg. I imagine that you had to probably do a lot of lipping around to get the top register to stay in tune. It sounds really good though. need to listen to it again. Okay. It is chromatic right there, right? Oh, my. See, this is what I mean by it sets up expectations and then dashes it. That A flat just, oh, okay. Nope, nope, too far. Okay, now I need to get the beats. I need to get the beats. I would like to point out to Eddie that Mackenzie just asked if this is from Genshin. Your music is beautiful, man. But Jane is right. This is from Chained Echoes. And Mackenzie, Eddie here in the chat is the composer. And GOT wins here in the chat. Is the flutist playing this in the recording? We have been honored by their presence. Okay, we keep going. So if I were to play this on my own, there we go. No. No, I think the second time doesn't go down. Did I get the rhythm right? I think at least we're close. Oh my god, you know what would be amazing here? You know what would be amazing if we covered this like on multiple flutes. Now, my ear is not good enough to know what notes these are, but it would sound amazing as a flute choir. Like, GOT, do you want to do it? Do you want to do it with me? Like, if all of that was flutes, like every part was flute. Do it? Eddie, can I ask you for the music for this part then? Because I can't do multiple parts by ear. I can do a single line by ear, but I can't do multiple parts. Yeah? Yeah, let's do it. Eddie, I'll ask you later, but like, if there's sheet music, then it'd be amazing. Now I'm just singing the melody part. Maybe I should just cover that part. Maybe I'll just switch to the. I'll just switch to the. Okay. Is that an E flat up there? Okay. Am I just making it up? Sorry, wrong microphones. Am I just making that part up? I didn't make it up. What pitch is that? Oh, they do a little voice slide, don't they? So that phrase is chromatic thing in between. Thank you, Eddie. Okay, so I may have lost a beat in there. All right. All right. We getting it. Okay, here. Okay, so I think that was actually two phrases. One at a time. I think there's a skip in my track. No, I'm sad. Okay. thank you, Jane. Okay, now, okay, so we got that first phrase. How do those two phrases connect? Okay, got it. Okay. I'm trying to like add extra notes in there, I think. Okay. And GOT wins, who is this flutist, is in the chat. And then I have to end the stream. I just saw the time. Wow, my husband might be very hungry right now. Okay. Did I make that up? I'm doubting myself. Yes, I did make it up. Right, I'm not supposed to resolve it. Resolution. It's a delayed resolution that is actually the beginning of the next one, of the next phrase. So technically speaking, it's a elided phrase. Oh, wow. Okay. There's no bottom bit there. I keep wanting to add things. What am I doing? Okay. Did I do it? Did I do it? I think I did it. Now the question is, did I do that with the correct microphones? Reminds you of the vibes of Skies of Arcadia. Lilac, thank you so much for becoming a member. Much appreciated. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Eddie. I did it. All right, guys. I'm going to need to call it an evening. I am probably making my husband so hungry right now. I hope he's okay. But yeah, I just wanted to say that, wait, my husband just sent a screenshot of your tweet to me. All right. But yeah, I just want to say a huge thank you to Eddie and to Greg here in the chat. Thank you so much for making such beautiful music and playing, performing, recording such beautiful music. It really was the highlight of my holiday 2022. This game is like legit up in my top 10. I cannot recommend it enough. It is so good. And as you can hear, there's a ton of flute in the recording, in the OST, and I hope you guys could hear and feel how much I love this stuff. Like, I genuinely love this stuff. So please, guys, if you enjoyed what you heard today, please click on the pinned message in the chat and buy the OST from Eddie's Bandcamp. Do it now. Buy it now. It's not very expensive. I believe, wait, let me check. I have it open right now. It's $10. Okay, guys, it's $10. Please buy Eddie's OST, the Chained Echoes OST. Oh, thank you so much, Eddie. And that's so sweet of you. Thank you. We will have a grand evening. Thank you so much. And yeah, so yes, please subscribe to them. Please head over to Eddie's Twitter as well, is also linked in the information box below. But yeah, do all the things for me, Eddie, and GOT Wins. Greg here in the chat. Please subscribe, like, hit the bell notification to get notified of when we all post. I look forward to making more music with you guys. Thank you so much, seriously, for like just making this, because I love it. So yeah, thank you all for joining. I love you all so very much. Please stay happy, healthy, and safe. And I shall see you guys in my next stream sometime. I don't know when. I should practice tomorrow sometime, so I'll be back. So all right, guys. Laters. See you all. Good night. Thank you so much, Eddie, and thank you so much, Greg.